This week we're learning more about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, we get a look at the new Solo poster,
and we talk to Rebels voice actor and living legend, Clancy Brown.
Oh, it's a good week.
This is the Star Wars Show! From the Lucasfilm headquarters in San Francisco, here's your hosts, Andy and Anthony!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Star Wars Show, the only Star Wars show on the internet that didn't get any Valentine's Day cards this year.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's just another manufactured corporate holiday meant to sell greeting cards, like Life Day.
Whoa, Andy! Life Day is not about presents, it's about the friends we made along the way.
You're right, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And now the news. Earlier this week, we learned a little more about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the new land expansion coming to Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios thanks to D23 Japan.
Guests were treated to behind-the-scenes looks at the progress taking place in the parks, including glimpses of the massive structures being constructed for the two rides, one of which actually lets you pilot the Millennium Falcon, while the other takes place on board a Star Destroyer while the First Order and Resistance battle it out around you.
Plus, looks at the massive real-life X-Wings being created specifically for the park, and more about the Star Wars-themed hotel coming to the Walt Disney Resort in Florida.
And while the hotel still doesn't have an opening date, one of the cooler features is its immersion. Once you arrive at the hotel, you will journey through space via a starship for a fully immersive multi-day Star Wars adventure.
It's all very exciting.
I can tell.
And I cannot wait to go to Batuu in 2019.
For more information about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, check out StarWars.com.
And my heart, because it's in there. And while we're talking about the subject of Star Wars and Disney parks, Star Wars Galactic Nights tickets are going on sale tomorrow.
The after-hours Star Wars-themed event filled with Star Wars food, characters, fireworks, live shows, digital Star Wars projections on the Tower of Terror, and more is returning to Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida on May 27th.
We both participated last year, and it was a ton of fun.
For more information and tickets, check out disneyworld.com/Galactic Nights.
Last week, we got a look at the 4 character posters for Han, Chewie, Qi'ra, and Lando for Solo, A Star Wars Story.
But what if I were to tell you that there was one more poster you haven't seen yet?
I'd say that you're stalling for time in order to dramatically reveal it.
I am, and here it is. The Solo poster features Lando, Qi'ra, Han, Chewie, and the poster debuts of Woody Harrelson's character Tobias Beckett, as well as Phoebe Waller-Bridge's droid character L337.
Can you believe we are only 100 days away from Solo?
Actually, I can't.
For more information on Solo, including a recap of the information and photos found in this week's issue of Entertainment Weekly, check out StarWars.com.
The Star Wars Show presents Everything is Important. This week, EV-99. While limited to only 6 lines in the saga, EV-99 was the reprogrammed supervisor droid working in the basement of Jabba's palace, ready to dish out a heaping helping of sass and torture to anyone that crossed her path. However, thanks to R2's backtalk, EV sent him to the sail barge, where he shot Luke his lightsaber, which took down Jabba's henchmen, giving Han the chance to inadvertently knock Boba Fett into the Sarlacc pit, while Leia strangled Jabba to death. And with no bounty hanging over his head, Han had the time to start a family with Leia, had a son named Ben who turned on his uncle Luke, and then burned down the Jedi Temple to prove a point, only to have Ben kill his own father on a walkway without handrails because Star Wars. So without EV-99, there might have been a whole new generation of Jedi. And with more Jedi, probably a more balanced galaxy. The dark side salutes you, EV-99.
Splendid.
I'm really excited today because we have someone visiting us who I'm a huge fan of, Clancy Brown. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, nothing better to do.
Cool, yeah, I mean, it's just, afternoon. You have one of the craziest resumes of any actor that I've ever looked at. I mean, Highlander, Shawshank Redemption, 20 years of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
How has that journey been for you? It's such a wide array of characters and genres, and it's gotta be a lot of fun constantly, huh?
It's a lot of fun constantly. But I never know what's coming up next, so, except for SpongeBob seems to keep coming back. But yeah, it's just, what am I going to be doing next week?
You obviously have this distinctive, deep voice. How do you approach different characters and give them something different when you have just this very easy to identify voice?
Yeah, just do what I'm told, basically. I just do what I'm told. Dave's very hands-on. He was very specific about what he wanted and what he didn't want.
Yeah, Dave's a phenomenal director.
Yeah, he's true.
I've gotten the opportunity to watch him a few times, and seeing how he gets performances out of people is really amazing. Ryder Azadi is your most recent Star Wars role, but you have a long history with Star Wars going all the way back to Bounty Hunter video game.
Yeah, well, even before that, I'm the reason this franchise exists.
Because you're one of the original people that was there day one.
Yeah, we're the reason. People like me, who are so old now, you can thank us. We made this phenomenon happen. I mean, thank George, too. George had a little bit to do with it.
Rebels is coming up to its series finale now. Do you know what happened, or has Dave kept you kind of in the dark?
I don't know all the connective tissue, but I know what happens. Why should it have to end?
Well, all good things have to come to an end.
Yeah, I suppose that's what separates Star Wars, is that there are distinct endings, there are distinct chapters, and there are distinct arcs and stories, even as it continues to go on and on.
And before we let you go,
What?
we would like to have you read some lines from Star Wars as your voices, and we're going to start with Mr. Krabs.
Well, if I have to do this, I have to get paid, you know. From the moment I met you, all those years ago, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought of you. And now that I'm with you again, I'm in agony. I can't breathe. You are in my very soul, tormenting me. If you are suffering as much as I am, please tell me.
I think actually we said that speech in a SpongeBob episode. I was going on vacation visiting a mint.
Anakin as Lex Luthor.
I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead. And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been really fun talking to you.
That was a fun interview.
Thank you. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and our lighthearted, heavily scripted banter means that another episode of the Star Wars show has come to a close.
But before we leave, we need to ask you a very important question.
Yeah, so you remember how Jar Jar was a political representative?
Yep.
Well, since we're about to head into a 3-day holiday here in the States, we want to know which random Star Wars character would make a fantastic politician and why. My vote, Dexter Jettster. He runs a diner, so he knows how to handle multiple things at once. He's a small business owner. He knows his community. He knows the ins and outs of the galaxy. Plus, great facial hair, warm smile.
Huh. That was better than I expected.
Thank you.
If I were pressed to say, I would go with Callus.
Callus, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hot Callus or regular Callus?
Yes. He's got a great jaw for politics, and he's got a good barometer, you know? He ends up doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. We want to know your picks and why. Send them to us using the hashtag #PresidentStarWars, and we'll feature our favorites here next week.
But before we go, I am contractually obligated to tell you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, talk to us in the community tab on YouTube, and download the Star Wars app.
I cannot believe you made it through all of that in one breath.
But I did it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did good.
I pulled through for my babies. Oh, God.
My babies is definitely sticking. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you.
You stuck
all
it
of
in
you
there?
babies.
You stuck it in the script.
It was
and
in the
I
prompter.
Had to read it.
You know she has to read what's in the prompter. Yeah, and our...
Makes friends across the Isle of War.
Across the Isle of War. It's the Isle of Wight, the Isle of Man, the Isle of War. I'm your dad. Goodbye. I'll see you next week.